All right, we are live. Welcome back to Slim Comics and More. I have a special guest tonight. I have Ted Sikora, the creator of Bloom, and these are the books that he created. This is Bloom. So Bloom is from Hero Tomorrow Comics. So he is the creator of Bloom. And here is our special guest. How are you doing, Ted?
I'm good, Sean. How are you?
Pretty good. We have somebody on board already. Cool Stuff Collectibles. How you doing, Rob? Nice of you to stop in. Ted, where are you from?
Well, I grew up in the suburbs of Cleveland, and I live in Akron now.
Okay.
And that's it. Just those two cities my whole life.
Oh, so you never moved around, just those two cities, really?
Not much, yeah. I was Broadview Heights, then Parma, and now
Okay,
Akron.
nice. So I met you last Saturday on Spine Ticks. And
Right on.
we chit chatted a little bit, and Steve from Spine Ticks was well, he recommended you to my channel, which is nice. So I want to thank Spine Ticks, Sif Lordley. How did you meet Sif Lordley?
He posted am I distorted there? Audio check. Hello. Does that sound clear?
You're good. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. He made a post on Instagram and tagged me on it about Bloom #1, and I thanked him for that. And then he replied. Somehow it got to, do you want to be on the show? Or and of course I said yeah, and that's how it all started. And then we got into talking music and all kinds of stuff.
Nice. All right. So you are the creator, the writer, the layout, and also you did the letters and colors. Is that correct? On this book?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's only two of us. It's me and Butch Mappa, and he does the pencils and inks. He also does layouts.
Okay.
What we'll often do is, he'll get the script and then he'll send me very rough, real sketchy layouts. And I will actually put them into Illustrator. I'll drop the captions right into that and see if it's working.
Okay.
And if it needs revision, I'll pull out my little posable figures and I'll take photos with my phone, and I lay them into Photoshop and I give him a reference back.
Wow, that's cool. How did you meet Butch?
We did I wanted to do two series. So I was doing Bloom and Tap Dance Killer. So we put out a search for artists for either series.
Okay.
And there were over 200 people who applied. And really, Butch was the first one out of the 200. I just knew he was right for Bloom because of the way he was handling the Regina character. I thought there was a lot of humanity in her, and that was so important. I didn't want her to just look like some sex kitten character. That's not the kind of book we wanted to do.
Okay. All right. So we have some more people popped in. Johnny Funko, how are you?
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Ranger.
Ranger Sly, how are you doing? Nice you guys stop in. So this is Ted Sikora. He is the creator of Bloom. We are gonna play a trailer. Would you like to go ahead and play a trailer?
I think it sounds like a good idea. Yeah, it's a real good starting point.
All right. This is the trailer. Here we go, guys.
Hey, I thought I'd try something different for the trailer this time. The last couple, I did sort of a grindhouse thing. I want to avoid spoilers for issue 3. So if you're new to Bloom, I posted the previous trailers below. Please check those out. My name's Ted. I am the director of the film Hero Tomorrow. I have created the characters Apama, Tap Dance Killer, Punchline, and along the way Regina, who is the star of Bloom. Bloom is a very personal and somewhat autobiographical story. My father used to have a tire store. I worked there when I was younger. I had an idea for a villain. I was kind of struggling with it. I went as far as making a mannequin so we would have a detailed version of her. I met a dancer at a festival who I thought would be perfect for the character and invited her to do a photo shoot in the woods. And then this fictitious story popped into my head. When I put out a job search call for the artist on Bloom, I got over 200 submissions. Butch Mappa just stole my heart. I loved the humanity that he brought to these characters. I'm honored to say that it got the cover of the Comic Shop News. For each issue, I'm illustrating a new print. And because this takes place in 1969, I'm doing them in kind of an Andy Warhol style. All backers at a physical level will receive the print for issue 3. The A cover was done by the amazing Jay Gonzo. Check out the detail on this B cover, which is still a work in progress by Miguel Puerta. The C cover is done by a psychedelic poster artist, Simon Berndt, and this is actually his first ever comic cover. Speaking of first comic covers, the D cover is mine. Next we have the third Alicia Lynn photo cover. This time the background is done by Joel Parrott. This is his first comic book cover as well. And then we have our first 2 female drawn covers, Chiara Colasanti and Tula Lotte. Thank you so much for checking out Bloom. I'm really proud of it. I think you're going to dig it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I'm going to get right to it because this thing is coming out in late August.
Wow, that's a nice trailer.
Appreciate it.
So issue 1 and 2 already came out, and we are waiting on issue 3. When is issue 3 supposed to come out?
September 1st nationally is the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll make that. Worst case, September 8th.
Oh, nice. Great covers, by the way. I love those different type of colors. Your drawing is actually awesome too.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah,
it's an awesome drawing.
Thank you.
All those artists, are they all from different areas, or are they?
Yes. So let's see if I go in order. Yeah, Butch Mappa, he's in the Philippines.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, he's the interior artist, and he did covers for issues 1 and 2. But actually, this one, he's just sticking to the interiors because he's been so slam busy. He's working on IDW Avengers, Action Avengers, and Star Wars.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So then let's see. Simon Berndt, who did the psychedelic poster-looking cover, he is in South America.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tula Lotte is in the UK. Well, there's and Jay Gonzo is in America. Trying to think. I'm in America. Then what else? There's the photo cover. So Alicia Lynn is in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But the guy who did the background's in Australia. So yeah, this is.
Wow.
We're going.
So it's all over the globe. Nice.
It is all over the globe. I don't even think of it.
That's nice. Here's some more people here. Johnny, I'm great. Thanks. Jerry the Jitterbug, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Yeah, nice artwork.
Oh, thanks everybody.
Manny,
I'm
happy
to answer questions from anyone in the chat, or of course you, Sean.
Sure.
So you can go any way that makes most interest for anybody watching.
Sounds good. Yeah, if you guys got any questions for Ted here, go ahead and leave it in the chats. Manny Eboleta, he's another artist. He's actually from the Philippines also. Nice details.
Appreciate that.
Beautiful.
Trippy.
It's trippy. Nice music. Okay, To the Doors.
Yeah, well, it takes place in 1969. So yeah, we wanted and I'm a huge Doors fan. So yeah.
Are you a musician as well? Or?
I do. I play guitar.
Nice.
I've been in bands. We did a musical. So musical back in the 90s, and one of the characters in the musical was called the Tap Dance Killer.
Okay.
And then Tap Dance Killer. So I should probably tell this in order. We did our first series was called Apama, the Undiscovered Animal. And it's about an ice cream truck driver in Cleveland who unlocks the spirit force of the most savage beast mankind has never known. So this was actually a kind of an odd spin-off of a indie feature film that I directed called Hero Tomorrow. And the movie was about a guy who had an idea for a superhero, couldn't get it published. His girlfriend makes him a costume of his own character, and then he starts kind of running around in it trying to fight crime. So this would have been the book he would have published, Apama. And in fact, Regina, the Bloom character there, makes her debut. Where is it? In Apama 5, which has mysteriously disappeared.
So Bloom is not actually her first appearance. It's in Apama.
It's in Apama.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now this is her origin story that takes place in the 60s.
All right.
So, all right, here. So this is where she first appeared. In Apama 5 there. And
hold on. I am trying to blow you up, but I can't blow you up.
There it is. All right.
All right.
There we see it. She's been a sort of a fan favorite, and I actually wrote the whole Bloom story in kind of as I was creating the character. I
Nice.
wrote this whole origin, and it was a screenplay that I had been shopping around for a while.
Okay.
And then it got to a point where I'm like, this is going to be a perfect side story or perfect story within our universe. And it's actually the cornerstone piece. It's kind of where everything starts. So
Nice.
you don't have to have any knowledge of our other work for Bloom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chip Gidler, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in. What's up, Chip? You would think Ted missed his calling as a colorist. Love the colors he does. Yeah, you do some nice colors in the book as well.
I appreciate that. It takes forever. It's always the thing that it's like, am I going to get this done in time? Because
do you have like a time crunch? Like a time limit or a time like schedule for like each page or each book or so?
Well, yeah. So we are distributed through Diamond, but we're doing Kickstarters when the book's in solicitation as well. So like right now, the Kickstarter for issues 1 through 3 is up. If you just go to Kickstarter, type in Bloom, so you can get all 3 issues that are to date, get you caught up. And the reason for that was when conventions weren't happening, we would just lose money on every release if we only released to shops, because we don't sell enough through the stores to really make it profitable. So we thought, well, let's try doing this hybrid with the Kickstarter and the shops, and it's been going great. So I think this is going to be our model going forward. But it is really tough because this is, a mini operation. It's just, like I said, me and Butch, and he's, he does the pencils and inks, but I'm dealing with all the shipment,
Gotcha.
I do all that myself. So, I'm trying to get the book colored, lettered, issue 4, written. All this is simultaneous, and we're doing, about 6 or 7 covers per book, because we do this one tier where it's called the cover bouquet, where you get all the covers, and so you're setting up cover art as well with a bunch of different people.
Gotcha. Jerry says, what percentage of the art is drawn on the computer?
As of now, all of it. When Butch started, so issue 1, there was a point at which he flipped to digital.
Okay.
He got an iPad Pro, and that was it. He never looked back. So it's been a neat evolution even within the series to see his work kind of how it's changed and blossomed.
Right. Yeah, I love his art. His art's pretty nice. It's different, but it has that feel of like.
Yeah, I can hold up, show some of it here.
Yeah.
So this is kind of where we open up in Cleveland, 1969. We start on a mechanic, and he's working on this mannequin.
Right. Yep.
And his fiance comes home and is like, "You forgot all about this festival we're going to." I just love these characters that there's so much kind of personality in them. And then he turns and sees Regina on stage, and I won't go through the whole book, but I'll just go a little further. This is where he asks her to pose for him, and she's totally into it, and they go into the woods and start painting.
Yeah. Crazy Guy Comic Song Too Crazy. How are you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
What's up, crazy guy?
Crazy Guy. Bong Dazo. Okay, Bong
Yeah,
Dazo and Butch
well,
Math, a Filipino artist, worked on the book, right? Yep.
yeah. Now this is Bong's cover, and
Yes.
that's one of his last published works because he passed away.
Oh,
So we're, super honored to be able to have this piece, but
nice. Okay.
just a tragic thing.
Thumbs up. So issue 1 and 2 are still available.
Yes, and I posted in the chat the link. Are you able to share that?
You can post it in the chat, I think, if you want to, Ted.
I don't know if I'm logged in. I don't know how to do it myself. Maybe if somebody else is there on the chat can just go to Kickstarter, type in Bloom, and paste the link. That would be wonderful. But I don't see a way for me to do it.
Okay. Let me see. Maybe I can.
I can post in the private, but I can't post in the comments.
Oh, you can't do it. Okay. Kickstarter. Is it just Bloom?
Well, I posted. You could copy the. I posted it to you in the private.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I think I need to upgrade my StreamYard because I don't have that private in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have private chats for some reason on my StreamYard, so I think I need to upgrade. Here we go. I can copy and paste this one, and they can go into it here. Copy. Okay. Does that look good? Kickstarter right there.
Oh, that's not the right one. Yeah, that's the old. There's a
Oh,
new.
no?
I'm sorry.
Oh, is there a new one?
There's a Bloom 3. Let me see what happens when you put Kickstarter.
Oh, how about this one here? Let me see.
It would have the Tula Lotte cover. Yeah. It says issues 1-3.
Gotcha. I got it right here. Okay. Okay, there it is. 1 and 3. This one, right?
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, for anybody who didn't get the first 2 issues, we still have copies of the first 2. The first printing on both of those. So and lots of cover options. So you'll during the survey you'll actually be able to pick A through D cover.
Nice. Okay, so this one here, this is issue 2, but
Mark Wheatley.
Yeah, Mark Wheatley. My LCS only had this cover.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. How many covers are there for issue 2?
Well, for issue 2 there were 7.
7 covers, issue 2. Okay.
That is true.
Yeah, my LCS only had that cover, and that was it.
Well, there was a.
Okay.
This was the incentive cover for stores.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's by Kanan White. And
nice cover.
Let's see the A cover. So what you got is the B cover. This was what the A cover looked like. Oop.
Okay.
Yeah, just that there. Benito Gallego.
Nice cover.
He's in Spain. So
he's in Spain. So yeah, your artists are everywhere.
Yep.
Is there a community of indie creators in Cleveland? Was it Javi Picar?
Yeah.
Was from there? Robert Crumb was there
from? There is. There's a the local regional shows. There's a lot of Ohio based, because I think almost anybody in Ohio will do almost any Ohio show.
Okay.
Michael Watson with Short Fuse. There's Sean McCardle, who just did that book, The Fuhrer and the Tramp.
Okay.
It's a really great community. I just feel like it's a family. It's really wonderful.
Let's see. Okay.
And I got to work with Harvey Picar on our movie. I had him do a voice of a in our film. There's a dream sequence with a squid that comes to life. And
okay.
When we were making it's a pretty small budget film, but I thought there were really only 2 voices in comics, creator wise, that are recognizable, and Stan Lee being one. Didn't think I could get him, but we were able to get Harvey Picar, whose voice is
nice. All right, nice. Top right tab next to comments. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, private chat. Okay, I see the private chats. Okay.
Ah, there you go.
I see the private chat and I see the comment. Okay.
Yeah, that was probably the link I sent you.
Okay. Evil's Comics, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in, Mike.
Yo, Evil.
I am actually gonna do another interview. I'm doing Evil's Comics tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so guys, check that out too tomorrow. Manny, everybody saying hello. So for covers to issue 3, the Kickstarter also has like a metal version. Is that correct?
Yeah, so there's a medal for each tier, for each issue, and it's limited to 10. I mean, that's our guru level. It's like the highest, you get everything.
Okay.
But for $54, you get all 7 covers, of the regular, that's all the covers we showed in that trailer, basically. So,
Nice.
It's not like a situation where I'm making like, you got to pledge 50 for this one cover. Like once you get to that, it's called the cover bouquet. You get them all, and I sign them all.
Oh, nice.
And what I also do is sign them with a paint pen, and I match the artwork color with the signature, and I try to put it in a place that's not obtrusive. And so I do take extra care with all that,
Nice. All right, guys. So yeah, go check out the Kickstarter. Zen Multiverse, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in, Zen. What were your influences from the comics and also from outside of comics, Ted?
Great question. My comic book influences really go back to Marvel Silver Bronze Age. I love the Lee Ditko Spider-Man stuff, the Lee Romita stuff.
Yes, nice.
Amazing Spider-Man 100 through 150 is maybe my favorite run of anything. Moon Knight, I used to love that 80s Moon Knight series by Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz. That one really formed me. Outside of comics, I'm a musician. I was a huge Eddie Van Halen fan, so I would play guitar and study him. But David Lynch, love his films. Alejandro Jodorowsky, adore him. Genet. Yeah, to name a few. And I really do try to consciously not copy, styles or anything. We want to do our own thing. So our stuff does have sort of an older look. What we're aiming for is if like the Bronze Age of comics kind of evolved in a different way.
Right.
And so it's contemporary tales, but
So another question: do you collect comic books as well?
Yes, all my life I've collected. It's gotten to the point where I don't buy as many. My pull has gotten down to almost nothing. I still get Amazing Spider-Man begrudgingly because it's gotten so horrible. But
Right.
I'm hopeful now that they're going to have a new writing team on it. I just think they're putting out the issues too fast. They 3 times a month is I know how hard it is to make a comic, and man, you can't 3 times a month. You just
that's a lot of Spider-Man books. That's a lot of Spider-Man books, yeah.
I was getting Monstrous for a while, but what I really do more is Kickstarter. I really support indies more than anything anymore.
Nice. Another question: if you could pick a superhero to write, who would you write, and what would be the outline of your story?
Moon Knight. I would love to do Moon Knight, and I think I would have I would try to bring it back to how it began in that first series, but with I think the problem with Moon Knight is he really doesn't have an arch enemy, and I would try to establish that. Like he's got some enemies, but they're not recurrent threats. Bushman,
right,
probably needs to get upgraded.
Nice. From Ranger Sly, not a lot of people will reference Jodorowsky.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't
well known in Europe, but not
well known in Europe, but not in USA.
Yeah, I mean he's very underappreciated, and just as creative as a person could possibly be. His films are great. His comics are great. Um, and he's just like kind of a cosmic entity of a person. So
Right.
very much, in the spirit of our Regina, I think, in terms of somebody that's just sort of this. Well, Regina's, I'm kind of like the queen of the psychedelic.
Yeah.
You know,
As I okay, another question from Manny here. Who is your top 5 comic writer?
my top 5 comic writers.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question here. Well, Stan Lee, um, which also means kind of Lee, and it would mean Ditko and Kirby as well, because they're very much involved in writing all those early stories.
Right.
Um, I like Roy Thomas. I've never thought about it in terms of a top 5. I did enjoy Straczynski's run on Amazing Spider-Man quite a bit. Um, I like Tom DeFalco's stuff. Yeah, I'm. It's back when I was really loving the stuff when I didn't pay attention to who was writing. You go back now and you kind of appreciate it. But yeah, contemporary writers that I'm like, um, yeah, I mean, I thought Slott's Amazing Spider-Mans were pretty good too. I'll give him, and
Right.
I like Mike Allred's Mad Men.
Yeah,
I think
man.
that's a pretty good,
Nice.
good read.
All right. Good. Sure. Oh, villains. Yeah, I hear it. All right. Jodorowsky was planning to make Dune at one point.
It's a great documentary. Everyone should see it.
Nice. Evils. Yes, Ranger Sly was really on board with that. Nice. So, Ted, will you be going to any conventions soon?
Yeah, I will be at, let's see, Steel City is coming up in Pittsburgh. Then New York Comic Con, I'll be doing that. I'll also be doing Big Apple Con,
Okay.
Dragon Con in Atlanta, Akron Comic Con. That might be it in terms of Gem City in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, nice. The big one, Wizard World in Chicago. Will you be going to Wizard World?
I might do C2E2. I'm still waiting to hear on that.
Okay.
Is Wizard good for comic? I like sometimes Wizard shows are very
like
celebrity.
more entertainment, celebrity
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
Yeah, it's October 15th through the 17th of this year. They're coming back. Question here: best indie book besides your book that you have read?
Oh,
Any
boy.
other independent books that you have read?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. Also, my buddy Richard Rivera does Stabity Bunny. I think that's really great stuff. My Henri Campan, Yi Sun Shin. This is terrible. I've like kind of all my friends. I was like, which one's the call out? But yeah, I mean, those are a couple there.
Okay, nice. Coming to Houston, are you going to Houston?
It's not yet on my radar. Which I think that Palooza, Fan Palooza, or what is that show called?
Lollapalooza or
No,
that's in
Comic
Chicago,
Palooza?
right? Oh, I'm not sure what's in Houston. Good question, Evil.
Yeah, really.
Also, you did this book. I picked this one up, Punchline. You did this book, right? So this is a Punchline and the VOD villains.
That's right. Yeah.
So I was looking through this. Apama was actually in here too, and also Regina.
Right, for a quick
right
flash in a wanted thing. Yeah, so it's all a shared universe.
Okay.
In Tap Dance Killer #2, we did introduce, and this took place in 2018, by the way, just in case anyone's ever heard of another character named Punchline. This one was almost 2 years earlier.
Okay.
So yeah, he's a heavyweight boxer who the vaudevillains recruit to become a superpowered murderous clown.
Right.
This was the variant cover on that.
Oh, that's nice.
Drayton Hayes, he's a real badass. Yeah, and he's been a fan favorite, and so he's getting spun into his own series now too.
Nice. So, Bloom, how long ago did that start?
Bloom for the number one came out in April, and then issue 2 just came out about 3 weeks ago.
How
So
long of a process did you started Bloom before it got released?
it was supposed to come out last April. Actually, it was in the preview guide in April of 2020, and that was when everything shut down. And my Diamond rep said, this is really not a good month to release a new number one issue. So we pulled it.
Okay.
And just kind of waited. And as I had alluded earlier, but maybe some people weren't on. If we just released through Diamond, even on a good month, we're not going to make enough. So we were just waiting until cons were happening, because we always do conventions, and that makes it back. It was only pushed back once, but it was pushed back a long time. I was looking at Evil's comment there. It was pushed back a whole year pretty much, and then we decided to do a Kickstarter with it, and
No, this one here, it was pushed back 2 times.
Well, it was just the once.
Just once. Okay.
But it was long. Yeah.
Oh, so it's Comic Palooza.
Comic Palooza. Yeah. No, I would like to do that show at some point. I haven't been rushing back to shows. Most of the ones I'm doing are ones that I had paid for prior to the shutdown, and they just kind of let the fees run over.
Punchline was awesome.
Thank you, Evil. Does Evil have a name? I keep calling Evil.
Mike.
Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Yep. Manny says, my friend Dustin Carson, comic writer, is from Ohio too. Do you know Dustin?
I don't think I know Dustin.
Okay. Evil says, yep, Regina was in the book. Yep. Yes. Okay. Okay. If anybody wants to pop in, this is the link to come in the stream if you want to join us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody has any more questions for Ted, go ahead and feel free to ask. Ted, anything coming up next for you, or?
Well, yeah, we Punchline 1 came out, but it's kind of like the Bloom, because it was supposed to have come out last year. We already had 3 issues fully illustrated, so I decided to just focus on getting all 4 issues out of Bloom in this 2021 calendar year, and then we'll be getting back into Punchline next year. But it's I do apologize, that's a long time between issue 1 and 2, but this is our the size of our company. We're just there's just not enough people working on it, and I really like to be kind of involved in. Punchline is not a one shot. It's going to be like a 5-issue series.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And there's issue 1 has a major continued moment, so that would have been an awful place to end a one shot.
So Bloom is a 4 issues, right, or 5?
4.
Bloom. 4, right? Okay.
Yes.
Evil Mike says, yes, I kept seeing it advertised and was looking for it and killed it in Bloom number 1, but behind on reading
issue 2.
Reading. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate the compliment on 1, and check it out. And I just addressed that question about Punchline being a 5-issue series.
So it's a 5-issue series. Okay. Punchline. So will that be coming out next year instead of this year then? If you're pushing Bloom?
That's likely. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see how I'm going to be the schedule with the launching Kickstarters and fulfilling orders and trying to get, it's like every 2 months there's a new Kickstarter campaign, and it's as fast as I've ever released comics. So this is as fast as I can do it.
Okay.
And
yes. What? That's why I asked, and I haven't seen anything about Punchline. Okay. What is Punchline about?
Yeah, it's a heavyweight boxer. It's a character who, he debuted in Tap Dance Killer, and then he got spun into his own series. He's a heavyweight boxer who becomes an enhanced, superpowered murderous clown. And so he's got the power, he's got the knowledge to fight, and he's going to be fighting our other hero, Apama, who is this Hungarian ice cream truck driver on the streets of Cleveland, who becomes, Northeast Ohio's own resident superhero. So
Nice. Yeah.
an Apama cover there.
So I have 2 covers. I also have this one here.
Oh yeah, that's the Jay Gonzo cover. So he did a cover for Bloom 3.
Okay. Yeah, this is also a nice cover. I like this cover. This is more like kind of classic look to it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, his stuff is wonderful. He does a wrestling book. Lucci, oh man, did I mess that up? What are the wrestling books called? Begins with an L, like Lucci.
Lucha Libre or something.
Lucha Libre. Yeah, so he's doing. He just finished one. It's really cool.
All right. So yeah, so Bloom 3 will come out in September, correct?
September 1st is the plan.
Okay, nice. Yeah, a lot of great covers to that 3rd issue. I love the ending of Punchline.
Oh, thank you.
You got both covers.
Well, we sell them on our website at herotomorrow.com. So if you missed it,
Punchline only has 2 covers. Is that correct? Only 2 Punchline, or is it?
Well, there's actually 5.
5 covers. Okay.
So there was before the Diamond release, we did a. Let me see if I got it here. We did a special edition, and it was a 48 pager. And it's got some extra pages like making of kind of stuff. The story is exactly the same.
Okay.
And when we did it through Diamond, all right, so here's the variant of Punchlines.
Oh, that one's nice. Yeah.
Collector's edition.
That one's cool.
Yeah. And these are sold. These are twice. We sell these for $8. So there were the main cover, the variant on that. And then when we went through Diamond, we did main, then the Gonzo cover that you have is the variant, and then there was an incentive cover that was done by Eater Messias.
Oh, nice. All right. All right, guys. Any more questions here? Was there a kind of off-colored one look really cool?
For Punchline,
which one is that one? The off-colored one. I'm not sure what's that.
I mean,
I don't know. Are you talking about this one, or is
this? Could be it. Yeah, I would think of that one.
This one's a nice one.
Oh yeah, if you wouldn't mind, if someone could just post the herotomorrow.com on the chat there.
Okay, let's see here. Herotomorrow.com.
Yes.
Hero Tomorrow.
And I have an intro video for every one of our books, so you get sort of you can really see what Apama's about, what Tap Dance Killer's about, Punchline, and now Bloom. And again, Bloom is live right now till August 1st on Kickstarter. You can get caught up. And we're also, because what's really nice about Kickstarter now is they have the add-ons. So you can pick whichever reward you want for Bloom, but then you can add issues 1 through 11 of Apama. I've got a pretty nice price on that. We have the Tap Dance Killer hardcover, which, it's 176 pages and a lot of extras in this. I'm doing like $19, normally a $30 book. So that's an add-on if you go, well, it's either on our website or Kickstarter.
Nice. Can we get a link to the website? Was that the link right there, Ted? Hero
Tomorrow.com. Yeah, I was asking you to do that in response to that comment.
Okay, Ranger Slide, there's the link right there. Think it might have been the incentive. Okay, found it. Okay. Angel, this is Angel from Pages, Films, and Plastic. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
Hey, Angel.
TM Nerdy, how you doing? Travis?
What's up, TM?
Nice of you to stop in. So this is Ted Sikora from Hero Tomorrow Comics. He is the creator of Bloom.
And a lot of people think Bloom is the name of the character. That's just the name of the story. Her name is Regina, and that's her regular name. That's her villain name.
Right.
And Bloom is sort of the metaphor of what's going on with her, and this origin of how she's blooming into this character.
Gotcha. So issue 2, it's starting to get weirder in issue 2. It started to pick up her character even more, correct?
Yeah. So if anybody who's joining us late, Bloom is about a comic book creator in the 60s. He's actually a mechanic by day. He wants to do comics. So he's been working on his own world, and he's stuck on this villain, and he can't quite get it right. He's got this mannequin he's painting with all these sort of symbols and glyphs. He takes her, he goes to a festival and meets this dancer, and he's like, man, you've got the right look for this villain I'm trying to create. And he asks her to pose. They go out into the woods. He starts, actually, I could show one of our other variants.
So he starts to paint glyphs or symbols on her, right?
Yes. Yep. And, she's like, what is this you're putting on me? And he says, it's just some stuff I saw when I was tripping. I had my sketch pad out. I just started drawing what I was seeing. And then she starts to break on through to the other side.
Right. Yeah. That's when it starts getting interesting.
Yeah. Now in issue 2, that's where we're getting. Like he wants to go back. He's like, I think the photo shoot's done. And she's like, oh no.
Yeah. She's just getting started.
And they're lost too. So
right.
This is before cell phones and GPS. So, you're out in the forest lost with somebody who's starting to get wackier by the second.
Right. Yeah, it's very good. Interesting. The Dude Without Fear. How you doing? Nice you stop in.
The Dude Without Fear.
Let's see, who else? Anybody else?
Hello, Pages.
Saying hello to everybody here. So plans on other books after Bloom and Punchline. Any other books, Ted?
There's a new character I want to debut in a one-shot. And I hope that comes out next year. And that's all I can say about that one.
Just keep it hush for now. All right, sounds good. Okay, everybody's saying hi.
Hello.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add for Hero Comics?
I think we're pretty good. I don't know. It seems like a lot of people have joined since we showed the trailer. I wonder if it would make sense to maybe show that one more time.
Sure. Yeah, that's.
Hey, I thought I'd try something different for the trailer this time. The last couple, I did sort of a grind.
Oh, sorry. Let me start over here. All right. Oh. Okay, guys. This is the trailer to Bloom.
Hey, I thought I'd try something different for the trailer this time. The last couple, I did sort of a grindhouse thing. I want to avoid spoilers for issue 3. So if you're new to Bloom, I posted the previous trailers below. Please check those out. My name's Ted. I am the director of the film Hero Tomorrow. I have created the characters Apama, Tap Dance Killer, Punchline, and along the way, Regina, who is the star of Bloom. Bloom is a very personal and somewhat autobiographical story. My father used to have a tire store. I worked there when I was younger. I had an idea for a villain. I was kind of struggling with it. I went as far as making a mannequin so we would have a detailed version of her. I met a dancer at a festival who I thought would be perfect for the character and invited her to do a photo shoot in the woods. And then this fictitious story popped into my head. When I put out a job search call for the artist on Bloom, I got over 200 submissions. Butch Mappa just stole my heart. I loved the humanity that he brought to these characters. I'm honored to say that it got the cover of the Comic Shop News. For each issue, I'm illustrating a new print. And because this takes place in 1969, I'm doing them in kind of an Andy Warhol style. All backers at a physical level will receive the print for issue 3. The A cover was done by the amazing Jay Gonzo. Check out the detail on this B cover, which is still a work in progress by Miguel Puerta. The C cover is done by a psychedelic poster artist, Simon Burnt, and this is actually his first ever comic cover. Speaking of first comic covers, the D cover is mine. Next we have the third Alicia Lynn photo cover. This time the background is done by Joel Parrott. This is his first comic book cover as well. And then we have our first 2 female drawn covers, Chiara Colasanti and Tula Lotte. Thank you so much for checking out Bloom. I'm really proud of it. I think you're going to dig it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I'm going to get right to it because this thing is coming out in late August.
Yeah, I've been saying September, but I am hoping that late August for the Kickstarter backers. And I left out a region. The Chiara Colasanti cover, she is from France, and Miguel Puerta is in Venezuela. So I never thought about this. This is crazy. Should make a little world map and drop pins.
Oh, so they're all around the world. That's nice.
Yes.
Angel says the idea of mannequin is awesome, Ted.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was really difficult when I was trying to design the character to give Benito Gallego, the artist on a palm at the time, the reference. And that just popped into my head. Like I could do that. I shot photos from all around it, 360 degrees. And then we know basically where the body paint should be all the time.
Okay.
And in fact, on Bloom, I apply the body paint because it's just a ton of work. And I want Butch to be able to just handle the character. So I do it when I color it.
How did you get the symbols, or did you have to look up references for those symbols the body paint?
Yeah, I specifically made them all. I didn't want to have anything that was tied to some other
Gotcha.
mythologies or whatever.
Nice. I dig it.
Thank you, Evil.
Fabulous trailer.
Thank you, Pages. And really, you got to see the trailers to the first two because I thought it would be weird because I was putting scenes in like a movie trailer, but a lot of people are still just finding the series, and I didn't want to be like, here's scenes from issue 3 if you haven't read issue 1 and 2 yet. So
nice.
So those trailers are on the Kickstarter page though, so you can just especially check those out.
Boy Bukas Toy Box, how you doing? Nice you stop in. Amazing art style.
Thank you.
So the art style of yours, how does your art style compare to others?
Oh, the cover I did?
Yeah, your art. Or how does your art style compare to others? Or
yeah, I have sort of these prints that I did. So this is the print for issue 1. And like I said, I'm doing sort of this repeated image Andy Warhol thing. This was the one for issue 2. I don't, it's hard to say for me to say how it compares or I'm going for kind of a retro look because it's a 60s book. It's not necessarily like I do this kind of style all the time.
That's a nice look. I like that.
I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and it was really in doing the print that I came up with that cover idea because that was really good. It was going to be a print, and then I thought maybe there should be a cover instead. So I started playing around with some psychedelic background kind of stuff, and
nice.
It's fun when you've kind of got something in your head as a writer to start to see it come together on the screen on a monitor as you're trying things, because sometimes it would be very difficult for me to visualize or to verbalize that to an artist, but I can just sort of experiment until I see the soul of the character.
Gotcha. All right. Mike says, and that's your art. How come you're not doing the art inside? Is it too much time, or?
It's definitely too much time. I can barely do what I'm doing, and we're seeing just like figurative stuff, like getting into the backgrounds, the trees, and all that stuff. I don't really have a lot of experience in that.
Gotcha.
So, okay. Yeah, it's Butch. I think what maybe is underappreciated is just sort of the surroundings of the characters that the comic book artists do, setting up the world. I think you'll see a lot of books, even professional books, where I think the artists take shortcuts on the backgrounds.
Gotcha.
I find it's really important to see the world. I can show you an example what I mean, because like with
hey Mark, Map 68, how you doing? Nice you stop in.
Like every one of these shots you're getting that world, like, it's not just the car that's broken down. You see the antique shop in the background, then we're in the antique shop and we see the detail of the antique shop, so I really feel like, the next page, he's going to the garage, and there's just a lot of detail there, and that's not my,
Right.
and even figurative work, it takes me much longer than somebody like Butch. So I appreciate the compliment for sure, and I think doing these prints is kind of just right for me. Maybe an occasional cover. I'll probably do a cover for issue 4 too, because I had another one that I was working out that I really like.
Nice. Mike says, okay, I figure. I mean, doing the writing and promotions and pushes for the book and interviews. Well, okay. No, you're busy. Yeah, you're really busy, aren't you, Ted?
It's crazy. I keep thinking, is this schedule even possible for me? I'm trying, and so far, Bloom 2 was late by a week,
Okay.
but other than that, we've been on time for a lot of, our last quite a few. So
Nice.
I want to try, I strive to keep it on time. That's the nice thing about having a diamond account. If I was just doing this on the indie level, I could be like, well, if it doesn't come out this month, it'll come out next month or the month after. But it forces me to commit to what we put in that preview guide.
Gotcha. All right. Any other questions in the chats? Ted, how you feeling? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I really appreciate you having me on. And,
thank you for coming on. Yeah, we appreciate you. Nice work on your Bloom and all the other books.
Thank you so much. And please, everybody, go to herotomorrow.com or Kickstarter, type in Bloom, and it's issues 1 through 3 are up now, and all kinds of goodies there.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah, go check out the sites, guys. This is Ted Sikora. Am I spelling your last name right? Sikora?
Sikora.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Ted Sikora. All right. Thank you for coming on my show. This is
my pleasure. Thanks for having me, and thanks everybody for your questions and comments.
Right. This is a fun interview. Are you going to other interviews with other channels?
Probably. Yeah. I've been, it's one of the things I kind of fell behind on, is sort of just trying to set some of these things up for this campaign. So
nice.
Trying to do some catch up, but yeah. If anybody has any ideas about shows I should be on, just hit me up. Instagram, Ted Sikora, or, Facebook.
Mike says, I really like that. I can't think of too many writers that are also add a cover.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I felt weird doing it. So I'm really grateful it's been going over well.
I read it on the website and plan on watching all the trailers. And thank you for this, Sean and Ted. No, nice. You're welcome, Mike. Thank you all for stopping by. Yeah, go check out Bloom. So this is issue number 1, and I got issue number 2, but this is a Mike Wheatley cover. Is that correct?
Mark Wheatley.
Mark Wheatley.
Yeah.
Love the covers. The covers are nice.
I appreciate it. So
yeah, check out Bloom, guys, and he also did Punchline. So check out Punchline as well.
Right.
That is issue 1. So Punchline will probably be next year, correct, Ted?
Yeah, for issue 2, unfortunately. But there's a lot to catch up. Like if you haven't read Tap Dance Killer, he's all over Tap Dance Killer.
Nice.
Origin, first appearance, all that jazz.
Nice. Yeah, the covers drew me to the book. Okay.
Oh, good to hear.
Nice. All right, Ted. Thank you for coming. I want to thank Sif Lorley from Spinetix that introduced you. Nice meeting you on Saturday over at Spinetix.
Same.
Nice. All right. If you want to do another interview, just let me know, Ted, and we can hook up again and do another live stream.
Sounds amazing, and thank you everybody for your comments, and thanks for having me.
All right, Ted. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Ted Sikora. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right, Ted. Thank you for coming. Everybody have a good night. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be having an interview with Evil's Comics, Mike, and hopefully to see all you guys tomorrow. right, Ted. Have a good night. Everybody, have a good night. Thanks for coming, Ted.
You got it.